being the case or not. So let's jump back into warm-up so you guys can have something to watch. And while we are in warm-up, let's also have a look at the current standings between these two teams. So we are going to have mousesports now leapfrogging into joint 5th place with Astralis, who are both now on 33 points. This puts mousesports and Na'Vi also on 33 points, and joining them is Envious. So this map is honestly massive for mousesports. VP are in 3rd. They could still fall away out of the top 6, but it's unlikely. So this is huge. This map could very well get mousesports into a great position in the league and potentially secure their position going through into the offline LAN, which ultimately is what they're all playing for. That is the dream right now. On the main stream, if you're curious or interested, we do have 2 streams going on simultaneously, and 2 matches will be Nip and Fnatic, if you want to catch that. Nip currently are near the top of the scoreboard alongside FaZe. Fnatic are in 9th position. They've been having a bit of a struggle, honestly, as they have been since the roster changes came in between them and Godsent. And as Gold Cobra said very correctly, mousesports haven't played as much games as a lot of the other teams have. So another reason why this is so important, honestly. And this is also a victory against a team that is above them in the league. So this is huge for so many different reasons. And hopefully we are going to be getting this underway shortly. Pretty likely they'll fall out of their top 6. It's their last match. Van der Turtle, you're talking about VP? Who is LMBT? It's the coach. As you can see here, we have all 5 players of mousesports in. It's just that on this view, you only see the top 5. And so Chris J is in the server. You can see... Sorry, it's not Chris J that we're missing now. Who is it? Next. No. Nico. We're missing Nico, but he's on the server, don't worry. It's just on the left-hand side you can see. SoundSync, been through this before, guys. Refresh your stream. We'll fix it for you. Yeah, he's just the coach. He's not playing, don't worry. And the first map went 16-8. Pretty convincing victory in the end for mousesports. Virtus.Pro, though, this is a map that they are very powerful. In the last 3 months, they're 15-5. On Cobblestone, Mouse are 3-3. So, this should be a lot closer affair, I would say, as opposed to Mirage that got out of hands, honestly. VP, though, a solid team. Again, I feel like they're exhausted at this point, that there are determining factors that are external, I should say, from this match itself. That could be playing a little part. Dennis is going to be starting off with the CZ. It's always interesting to see when the CTs don't go for the full-on USPs, but he's actually holding an angle where it makes a lot of sense. The automatic pistol can rip through adversaries pushing out of window. And then meanwhile, Chris J playing it very aggressively up long. The entirety of Virtus.Pro are going to be coming up through mid, though, and Chris J is going to hear those footsteps. The call will come through. Here comes the flashbang to counteract the entire push. Speedy's looking for a second pop. This one not quite as effective. Ends up wrecking him more than anybody else. It's going to cost him his life. Neo and Snacks with block frags. And next down to 38. So, I mean, Speedy ultimately was his own worst enemy in that flashbang. Just destroyed him. And now the CZ has shifted hands to Snacks. Virtus.Pro with a flawless pistol, only losing 4 health in the entire confrontation. If you could all actually call it a confrontation, it was more of a massacre. And mousesports will be back into Deagles. It is Nico the Deagle, though, so anything's possible. Speedy's picked up a cheeky Zeus. When will Mouse play Flipside? Good question. I'm not sure, Monkey Business. Sorry. Problem with Twitch, boys. Restart your stream. It's not on my end, trust me. Hit refresh, you'll be good to go. Mac 10 in first. The expendable weapon will be mowing down with the CZ just behind it. Snacks and, you know, will be getting those kills on the map that VP will be firm favourites to take. Pasha lands the Kobe onto Nico. Dennis with a sexy one-tap. Has he got any more in his locker, though? No. Is the resounding answer. As he will bite the dust. Now, Chris J with 1 health and a dream. Not for too much longer. The dream has turned into a nightmare. Neo's going to keep onto the Mac 10 for more farming frenzy action. Actually drops it across the Taz, but it's still intact. mousesports will have only a HE for their troubles in this round in the hands of Speedy. I only see any more nades. No. It's curious if we're going to see some kind of a double nade stack. Sometimes teams will pick up 4 nades and just try and completely blockade an area of the map. That doesn't seem to be what's happening this time around. Speedy with the underarm nade that hits him just as much as Taz, but Taz has been knocked down to 52. Again, that's the Mac 10. Even if it trades hands, it's not a huge deal. Virtus.Pro will continue to hammer in the nails into the coffin. Next with 2 USP kills, but it could be good for another 2, honestly, with how low both Taz and Bialy were. Problem is, though, the flashbang meets the eyes. Down goes next. mousesports will have a bite, and it's going to be an AWP for Chris J. And again, as we discussed before, with Oscar not being in the active roster right now for mousesports, this does now free up Chris J to start AWPing more. And historically, Chris J's always been an AWP main. He's always been the kind of guy that will use the AWP as much as possible. So we saw in Mirage he had a lot of impact with it on both sides. And he must be pretty happy with this this little switch around. Nice nade in by Snacks. No one's there though on long to greet it. Chris J, more passive position, can hear footsteps. Going to be changing with the profound aggression onto Pasha. Very apt name for his AWP, I've got to say. And now there is an army of 2 on the B side. Chris J though is burning to a crisp. Has to be careful, it's still burning his toes. Comes around the corner with the AWP, nearly lands the nose scope. But Speedy will dig him out of a deep ditch. Speedy with another one, so 4 kills going the way of mousesports on the A side. 2 for Chris J, 2 for Speedy. And mousesports have started to make a little bit of a go here on the CT side. They do retain the AWP as well, so the heavier weapons will continue through. Now, Chris J certainly should be thanking Speedy after he saved him a number of times there. Taz could be meeting Chris J, who goes peeking out of danger. Chris, what are you doing out in the open like that with the AWP without any flashes or anything else to accompany it? You're asking to get sprayed out. Nico's going to do the damage though. This is a boost that Snacks uses a lot. So Nico definitely knows the call. He's even waiting after the shot. That's such intelligent play. Waits for the shot, realizes they're going to relocate, goes for the preemptive spray, and does land a bunch of bullets onto Bialy. So you can see almost the thought process of Nico as it unfolds. Now Dennis up on the boost. Not up on the boost, pardon me, sorry, he's actually using a different angle. At first glance, my tired eyes deceived me. And now Bialy and Snacks have the arduous task of trying to make something out of this, and Speedy continues to be a monster on the A side. Dinking Snacks down to 6, he could even finish off this frag. And getting the second kill, and now it stands to reason that Snacks would be in the smoke on doors, but it's going to be Next who takes the kill instead. Picking up the AWP, going to drop it across to Chris J, and they're good to go once again. Virtus.Pro have gone through their savings, their bank account is dry. They will go for a buy. And this buy could catch off Dennis, who's gone for the MP9. You could see in the back of his mind, he assumed this would be a save. And I've got to say, I was with him. I thought this would be a save from Virtus.Pro, but clearly just trying to catch off guard the mousesports squad. Go with the incendiary and the HE as well, just to make sure any pesky terrorists get burnt and then blown up on their travels through onto B. Got drop zone control, but the problem is that the CTs are playing this one passively, giving up drops so they could fend it off from range, and that's where They're going to come out good when the pistols face off against the assault rifles. Bialy and Taz remain. They're going to line up for Nico. And he sprays them down for his triple in the round. And mousesports, after going 0-3 down, have pulled it back to 3 apiece. Virtus.Pro this time definitely will be into an eco. But with their own loss coming up, they are going to have a solid buy into the next rounds. They can afford some pistols here. Tracks under rocks, honestly, I think Chris will be fairly happy. I mean, I feel like from a selfish viewpoint, this puts him in a much more powerful position, right? As he has been a primary AWPer for the longest of times for mousesports. So he was having to fill in a role that he may not be entirely comfortable with. But back on the AWP, he's been doing a pretty solid job here. He's got 2 kills so far. Is Mirage really ready? Flourished. There's the first of what he's hoping's many. And the second. This is just all too easy. The mouse, they've called the correct position. It's the spray down in effect. And the only damage that was inflicted was from Neo, who did dink Speedy at the end, who's proved to be a mammoth on the A side. 8 and 3. Top fragging. Look at those funds for mousesports, though. Everybody. Solid. Matt Dennis has just bought up something else, so he's on 3.5k. But apart from that, everybody is over $7,500. So at this point, I'm just curious how long this killing spree goes on for before Virtus.Pro can finally figure out a way to counteract this defense. mousesports have put themselves in the noose a couple of times with aggressive peaks, likes of Chris going up mid. But by and large, mousesports have been in control. This time it's going to be a 4-1 formation, although Dennis is in connector side. But it's Mouse who get the first 2 kills, courtesy of Chris J. Could be coming back for a third, and he's pulled it off. Chris J, how are you doing, sir? Are you going to pick up a 4th? He seems to be doing mighty well. This could get him caught out, though. He's gone back through long. And that flash stops the push from Taz. I panicked a little bit because the auto-director decided to switch to the other side of the map when Chris was on for a 4th kill. So, thanks for that, mate. But now Chris on the prowl for a 4th kill. And he's going to get it. Is he going to pick up the ace, though? He's dropped the bomb out in a precarious position for the terrorists. And it falls to Bialy to try and be the party pooper. 25 seconds. And Chris has got the ace. Beautiful artwork from Chris J. All by himself as well. Like, that was just a one-man army, just channeling his inner Rambo. Goes out on long. I called at the time it was a 4-1 formation. He's by himself, but he lands the frags and pulls a 5th round out of the hat. VP, I assume, calling the tactical timeout. No, it's actually Mouse that called it, so I assume this is technical then. It makes no sense for Mouse to pick up like 5 rounds in a row in the fashion they've done with the money they have and then be like, yeah, let's call a pause, boys. Let's break that momentum. So, let's look at stats. Pretty even again on mousesports. I mean, sure, Dennis is lagging behind, but most of these hits have been on the A side, and that's where Chris J and Speedy have been. So they've got the bulk of the kills. They've got 17 between the 2 of them. Just highlights where VP have been aggressing more than anything else. And for Virtus.Pro, the only player who has, I mean, any kind of positive kill-to-death ratio is Taz with 6 kills, 2 assists, and 6 deaths. Everyone else is very much minus there. So, we are resuming in play with Virtus.Pro struggling. They struggled on Mirage, got battered 16-8. They started well with the pistol round. They got the subsequent 2 rounds on top of that. But since then, it has been a bit of a capitulation once again. Trying for some kind of mid-control with the smokes and the flashes, but that utility is down the toilet because it's Chris J again who is pouncing. Second frag as they've just run into it one by one. Dennis will pick up that frag and is looking for a second one onto Neo, who's running out of danger. And meanwhile, Bjali has made a move in drop, but the problem is he doesn't have the bomb anywhere close to him. So now, yeah, you've got drop mate, but there's nothing else really for you. Nico, long range frag. Chris J with another triple. 12 and 4. Next forehead, was forehead, the forehead, problem forehead. I don't want to take anything away from mousesports, but VP just haven't really shown into this game so far. I mean, yeah, mouse have looked good, no doubting it. Virtus.Pro though are a shell or a shadow of what we know they're capable of doing. Pretty awkward drive-by. Sees neither Neo or Nico take a kill for themselves. There's Chris J though, who's now moved position onto platform. Correct call. They've been hitting A so many times. It's pretty obvious. Eventually they try for the B hit again. And he knows that Bjali's on the left-hand side of long. Behind the panels. That Incendiary's going to force him out into the open, and the AWP shot should finish things off. But the flashbang will keep Bjali alive for now. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Snax is doing the work. Bomb dropped out. Slap bang in the middle of the map. The terrorists can get their hands on this. Speedy. We've seen him be the master of A so far. But he has a very difficult task ahead of him. He sees Taz and can't convert it into a frag. Now Chris J and Nex have it up to them. They've got so much money to play with. They could potentially go for this retake and hope for the best. But it's not looking good. And that volley puts a big red light in the eyes of Nex. Down he goes, VP. The first time since the first 3 rounds they actually get themselves on the scoreboard. 6 rounds unanswered. Finally, VP pick up the phone. But it's important they keep the momentum going forward now because they've reset their almost bonus. And mousesports have looked ruthless. They are taking no prisoners today. Why not? They get flashed. There's a very good chance someone's going to peek out of danger. And Snax puts it between Chris J's eyes. Done and dusted. For this round at least. Great start for Virtus.Pro. Just when they started to need to get some rounds on the board. Nico goes looking for that flashbang. Unreal. They push that. And Pasha must be feeling sick of his life at this point. Nico down 27 health only. Worthwhile trade. So for all of Snax's prowess in the first 10 seconds of the round has been equalised somewhat. Virtus.Pro will have both Nico and Nex to contend with. Next thing to drop first. Nex with the double spray down actually bests both Neo and Bjali by himself. The lone wolf attitude certainly paying out there. Now Taz can use the smoke to try and hide behind as he pushes towards the statue and tries to maybe fake out the site, get some players interested. He's going to go for the plant outright. This could cost him his life, though he actually gets the site. Snax is caught, leaving Taz by himself, and he will go down next. mousesports will have the round. 7-4, so VP have been unable to get the momentum continuing to go through. The bomb plant did go down, so Taz has 6.3k, Bjali with 5.6, but the rest of them are struggling. And a lot of that comes off the back of Nex's sick individual play in drop, getting the 2 frags by himself. I think it was, what, Neo and Bjali that he killed? Definitely a big step into taking that round for themselves. Uh-oh. Don't do it! And again, Snax is going to best Chris J. Last 2 rounds have gone the way of VP in the opening confrontation. But again, it's going to be Mouse who come back with the next frag. Dennis caught in a really sticky situation. Just needs to back away there. Bjali gets spotted, but so does Dennis. He wants no part of this. Just get to the site. And he's like, hold on, boys. How the hell is there a player on door? That must have been a bit of a clenched butt cheeks moment. 2-on-2 though, 1:10 to play with. Virtus.Pro started to make a move through onto the site. Nico He was typically been the B player up on platform, other than when Chris J went on the plat itself. It's made the long trek all the way round from B, round the back side. Nico just tiptoeing his way towards the site. He does have nades and he does have a kit, so if you get this first kill onto Taz, maybe there's a chance. Time is flying down very quickly, though. He gets tagged up from Taz, and now you assume that the trap will be sprung. No, Nico, the double frag! Spins around. Does he have time? It's going to be close. But he just about has this. And Nico, with a clutch of dreams, Virtus.Pro gets smashed back into position once again. Just when you think they're going to extend. Just when you think they're going to come back into this. A massive individual effort takes it away again. Unreal play, Nico. 8-4. God, Nico, indeed, chat. You missed it. I'm pretty sure someone's going to post that on Reddit, because that was sick by Nico. It seems like the adrenaline is coursing through his veins, because now he's going to go super aggro and get Pasha. You just do not expect that if you're a terrorist. Nico has pushed a couple of times, but it's been after a flash through the smoke. That was just raw, the raw push. Next is Speedy, next players to fall. Chris J, or next players to put down players, I should say. Chris J did land the leg shot onto Snacks. Gets the knife onto Chris J. Oh my goodness, Chris J went looking and he found it. I'm not sure he wanted to find him after all. Get shanked for his troubles, boys. Flash at spawn. I'm assuming that's so you could trade out for an incendiary. Pretty standard stuff. Oh, this is going to be a fast play. Nico, what do you have in store? Well, he's got headshots. He's got them in spades. 2 kills. It's absolutely unreal from that position. All things considered, did not expect to see that happen. Maybe good for 1 frag, but 2 was huge. And now the 3-on-2 retake. I didn't even have enough chance to switch over. Everyone was dying so fast. What we do know, this is a 3-on-2. And mousesports are going for a boost to allow Dennis to actually come through from the platform side. Chris J peering out with the AWP. It's going to be a 3-pronged retake. Speedy spots a player on rock. That's going to be Neo. And let's jump on board with a terrorist perspective. It's going to be all on Neo. And he's not able to get anything done. mousesports once again get the retake going their way. And all of that hinges off Nico's big double frag at the start of that confrontation. That's rude, Dennis. Giving Chris J some love taps. Last round of the half. VP have a buy, but it's going to be poor in terms of grenades. Only 2 smokes and 4 flashes. A map that typically Virtus.Pro would be firm favourites to take. Sees them trailing significantly. Again, though, they're playing until like early in the morning New York time. Finish that, get on a plane, fly back to Europe, are playing online. You got to feel that definitely has a bearing on this performance, and it hasn't been great. Both maps have seen mousesports take it with ease. I'm assuming that Mouse take it from this point, but maybe if Snacks and Virtus.Pro can get a 5th round on the board, that could give them something to work off in the second half. VP doing the damage, but losing out on health in the process. They also have Neo, who's trekking up through the doors. Who would have heard the vent pop there. Oh, doesn't get the kill on Speedy. That could be very costly for Neo. And a gateway for Mouse to get back into this round, especially Speedy picks up a kill from this. He's only got 8 health, though. So, I mean, surely there's no hope. And, yeah, down he will go. There's a return kill, though. Next gets picked off instantly afterwards, and now Dennis wraps himself around the back. mean, this would be 2 better than Nico's clutch. Not going to happen. Down he goes. Virtus.Pro will claim a 5th round. Don't use it as an excuse to professional players. Mate, don't get me wrong. I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm just saying it could be one of the determining factors in this game. I don't think you can understate the importance of travelling, you know, from one side of the world to the other after playing 2 best-of-3s in the same night of really high-level Counter-Strike at a LAN, and then coming home and then instantly playing an online game. Sure, they're professionals, but they're also human beings. Like, if you don't think that's going to affect your performance, then, I mean, what are we saying? The VP are all robots? mousesports would look great, though. I mean, take nothing away from their performance. They look really good. Shade's been firing off all cylinders with York. Nex has been performing well. Yeah, they're all robots confirmed. I knew someone would say, like, oh, they're a bot. Bot Pasha. Brilliant. Next quality band. Mouse is playing with a stand-in, it should even out. I mean, I guess Nex is technically a stand-in, but he's been around the block with these guys quite a few times. It's not like they've got some random in, like some random pro. Plus, Nex is a good player outright by himself. I think he's a very underrated player, honestly. So VP will not qualify to ESL Pro Finals. They're currently in 3rd place, Cartman. But they have played out the majority of their games. In actual fact, I think this may be their last game. So that will put them in a pretty bad position. Next, that one tap though. At that point, they'll be hoping for other teams not performing, losing, dropping maps and such. I'm not sure how it's going to work out. It's still a bit too early to tell. But there's no doubting that losing both these maps today is going to hurt their chances for sure. Cass, you should change the title. I have no control over that, dude. I've passed it on. Hopefully someone will change it. I guess it's a bit late now, seeing as we're going to the second half of the last map of the night.
Terrorists win.
Do you think Virtus.Pro is a top 3 team in the world? I think they have the potential to be, but right now, no. I mean, their last performances are solid, but I don't know. I'd say like top 5. I'm not sure about top 3. Mate, I'll tell you what, guys. While we're in the pistol, I was about to say we'll wait for the pistol, but now we actually have gone to the pistol. Put in chat your top 3 teams. I understand why you don't have any permission when you're casting, because I'm casting to the Twitch channel. I don't have like mod privileges for the Twitch channel, if that makes sense. You have to have like the login and stuff, and I don't have that. I just have a stream key that I use. Here we go. The second pistol is getting underway. USPs in the hands of Virtus.Pro. Interesting. Again, I'm always curious to see how the two teams will be coming out to battle in the second half. We saw mousesports pick up a CZ for Dennis, but no such play for Virtus.Pro. They're happy with the USPs, and why the hell not? It's a very powerful weapon, especially in these pistol rounds. Going for that peek is Nico. Does spot the shoulder of Pasha just peering through. Gonna go for the quick peek and then just back away. He is the only player on B side so far for mousesports. Now, here come the terrorists, but all in one by one, and Snacks will gobble them up. Easy for him. 3-3 now, though. So mousesports have done damage elsewhere. Chris J with a quick-fire double. And keep an eye on Nico, because he is starting to wrap himself round the back of Pasha. There we go. So now mousesports have the advantage. Only 25 seconds. They look to actually rotate. It's going to take them quite a bit of time here to actually get onto the other side. And Speedy, his movement is frantic. He's trying desperately to get out the way of the bomb carrier. 15 seconds now. They will just about have enough time. But if Taz can pull off a miracle, that's not going to happen. But who am I kidding? It's Nico. Double headshots. Easy for him. 2 1-taps. 11-5. People got pretty butthurt about me saying I don't think VP are in the top 3 teams. I think they're like 4th. With the ability to get 3rd if they continue to perform well at Lance. All personal preference, of course. Feel free to get salty. Getting railed through the doors there, down to 39. So decent trade out. Heavy SMG investment this round for mousesports, and Nico lands the 1-tap. Why the hell not? Onto Nico. Taz in the meanwhile continuing to be a pain in the rear end, but managing to survive. As Virtus.Pro are in a position to still put off some fireworks here into this round, honestly. When you look at their setup, the fact it is going to be a B hit, or at least it's looking like that way, and Taz could snake his way around the back. This could get a little bit interesting if Pasha can fire off a couple of 1-taps here with the Deagle. And of course, I say that, and he gets instantly drilled, so ignore everything I just said. It is going to be around to mousesports after all. There was a glimmer of hope for the Poles, but it has been quickly dulled down. Yeah, I'm not basing what I said off online. Absolutely not. I don't think online matters a great deal. But obviously when a lot of the qualifications are online, a team needs to be able to perform online. I think it goes without saying. It's just common sense, right? Will Taz go out and try and get a cheeky frag, or is he going to just stick in? I think he's going to stick in with the CZ, but he can see action right now. Could stay around the corner, goes for this tap, and... well... rip Taz. No CZ and armor for you in the next round. mousesports are looking to potentially even have the same result as Mirage. Last map was 16-8. This one's looking like it could go the same kind of way. Also, I love how people take me saying that VP are like on the cusp of a 3rd/4th place as like me calling them trash. Like I'm saying that kind of in my mind 4th place in the world, like 4th best team, but I think 3rd, 4th is really hard to call. And people are like, oh, he's crapping on VP. Please, boys, calm down. It's gonna be okay. P250, the only weapon that's on B, rest of the players on A. Who's the caster on Medus? What's up? New's been in fine form these last few weeks. Last few months, even. Had a really good performance in Mirage. Pulled off some crazy plays. Unfortunately, though, the rest of the team hasn't really been following him into battle. And so it's been tough for him. But he does have a P250. You can see his aim was always going to be raising a bit too high as a result of the aim punch. So down he will go. Virtus.Pro now on the rotate. Snacks leading the charge into their Doom. Well, you assume it's going to be the Doom because they're running into a lot of gunfire. They have no armor. They have no pistol upgrades. It's just USPs all day, every day. They're going to land at least 1 kill in this round. Make that a double. Bialy with 2. is making this a bit of a sting for mousesports, but they can laugh into their $100 bills and cry into them if they want to, because they're about to take a 13-5 lead. Speedy may end up dying, and indeed he will, but it's just going to be an SMG. UMP, it's interesting he'd actually run that way. I assume he assumed that he didn't have enough time to go all the way around through platform and survive the explosion, but Pasha now gets his hand on a UMP for free. I assume he's looking for an upgrade to that weapon. Can't find one. UMP's not bad. Don't think you watched last playoffs at ESL 1, New York. I absolutely did, bro. I watch all of them. So that UMP will stay in the hands of Pasha. And down through mid, mousesports will be looking to defend. Hoping if EP don't push anyone out quickly. And when you have this kind of grenades and utility on the side of CTs, a lot of teams will go for very aggressive information gathering, see if they can take down a player or two at the start of the round. Virtus.Pro, though, pretty much turtling up. They'll be playing passively. Taz is on long, but only has an M4 to his name. No nades, nothing else to fall back with. So mousesports feeling out, testing the waters. Back off with a bomb and head towards B. Nico up on drop is just waiting. Honestly, at this point, Mouse are desperate for that opening pick. They're just looking for it, hoping the VP hang themselves somewhat. Damage is being exchanged through long. We'll see Chris J and Nico both eating up about a quarter of their health. So a decent little trade. Pasha's going to throw out the second smoke. 30 seconds left now. And mousesports are going to have to try and execute, and very quickly. There's 2 mollies, 2 flashes, HE as well for good measure. Pasha's down to 33. Here comes Speedy leading the charge, but he will get picked off instantly. And now mousesports only have about 15 seconds to push through onto the site with. This could get really poor real fast as they're looking to accelerate their aggression. Nico, Dennis again, all pick up frags, but Pasha and Snacks are keeping VP in this round. The bomb is getting planted, but Snacks will greet him to the forehead with the AK and then transfers onto next. Decent hold for Virtus.Pro. Mousesports in all sorts of troubles there with how slow that aggression was. And have a look at that on the scoreboard. Snacks, 17 and 15. The closest player on his team's on 9 frags, and that's Taz. This is Snacks carrying the whole of VP on his shoulders. So, Mouse coming up through the platform. Neo, that grenade has damage written all over it. Lands right next to Neo, knocks him down to 43. Then I think he was tagged again down to 34. Nico will trade out 1 frag on very low health, but instantly gets picked off as well. Neo is doing a seriously good job on the site by his lonesome, but his days are numbered. Chris J bursts out with the AK and he's looking for more frags. Flash goes up, but he actually called that one perfectly. Chris J is going to punish Bialy, who goes for that pop flash. And now Taz is going to be making the trek around the side. We'll get that free frag to start things off. Snacks is watching the box and will deliver the AWP frag onto Speedy. Next last player left, and Snacks gets it. Beautiful work with the AWP. Virtus.Pro are keeping themselves in this map just about. Mousesports will be now onto an eco. Better late than never, I guess. Snacks is smurfing it. May feel a bit like that to him right now, although he did get more support in that last round. What? Nico, what? Bialy just got pasted. Next, no way, not like this, Virtus.Pro. You've just battled back through hell as if you're going to lose in this kind of a manner. Chris J also has the AWP. Nico goes down, but his days were numbered anyway. He's only on 8 health. Neo goes peering out. He gets traded. Chris J will bounce back with the frag. And now it falls to Taz. He's by himself. Pasha is nowhere near him. He's going to have to do his solo effort. After VP battled so hard these previous 2 rounds. And Dennis goes down, but Taz has been spotted. Runs out of bullets. How is Taz still alive? Nex and his Deagle have to try and pull off a bit of a miracle here. And Taz is being such a pain in the ass and actually survives. Virtus.Pro clutched the round after it started so shockingly for them. But you can see the casualties that have been inflicted puts them into a pretty bad position in terms of their money. So mousesports are just whittling away over time. And VP need to win this round. They need to win it convincingly. If they win it with like 1 or 2 players left, that may not be good enough. Their economy will catch up with them. Eco down at 74. Don't forget it's a family show. You what, mate? What did I say? I'm tired. Did I let out a curse by accident? You're now making me doubt myself, bro. Don't do this to me. Sports in such a slow round again. Virtus.Pro just been hanging on by a thread over this last 5-10 minutes. The respect is in, but Bialy again, no reaction at all as Chris J nails him with the AWP. Opening up B. Pasha pulls out his nade, the worst possible moment. Chris J's in a lot of trouble. Actually, what happened there? Pasha's incendiary completely whiffing. And did it bounce off the wall incorrectly? I didn't quite catch it. But regardless, it's going to be a 3-on-2 now with Neo and Snacks trying to hold this off by themselves. Neo's going to be pushing through the smoke. That flashbang lands on everybody. Look at this. Snacks and Neo line up Mouse and knock him down. The house of cards comes crumbling down. And Virtus.Pro, for the 3rd consecutive round, survive. Just about. They've kept 2 players alive for the last 4 rounds, pardon me. On another day, this match would already be over. But Virtus.Pro are hanging on for dear life. Rip Snacks. And again, Virtus.Pro, after getting a stranglehold onto the game, after putting mousesports into Deagles and not much else, they lose the first play. They concede the first frag. And Dennis with his AWP could pick up a second, and he has. And it was Taz that came to the rescue the last time this happened. He's been bested. He's momentarily silenced. Pasha is playing this very calm, but it's going to get him killed. How many times have we seen Pasha play calm and get 2 or 3 frags from that kind of position? Instead, though, the patience doesn't quite pay off. It backfires in his face. Bialy, 1-on-3. The call would have came out. The bulk of the terrorists were on the B side of the map. It doesn't really tell him much with a minute to go with, so he's going on a bit of a hope here that the players are in position. It does pay off for him, but it's going to cost him his life. Mousesports take down a pistol round, and VP must be feeling sick. Just rushing along. Lands the first frag onto, I think that was Snacks with the AWP on long. Converts it into a second one, and then Dennis pretty much takes them round away. VP into a force buy. It's going to be an AWP, a scout, CZs. Virtus.Pro. I mean, we said they're hanging by a thread before. That thread is getting thinner and thinner as time goes on. There's Chris J with the opening pick. Second frag. Beautiful opening from Chris J. Pasha gets destroyed. And now Virtus.Pro are in so much trouble. Bjarly with some CZ heroics. The bomb has already been picked up though and will be planted on the B site. Virtus.Pro have picked up an AK in the hands of Bjarly. It gives them another lifeline. He's going to be tracking his way through B platform. Flash is being exchanged. Nico hiding on the rock, and it seems that VP have decided to tap out of this round. They are giving this one up. This would put them on a 15-9 deficit. Nico gets wrecked by his teammate's flash. Why the hell not? Looks like they are going in here. They realise the situation at hand. Snack's using the cheeky little hole in the wall, but it's now going to be peering up. Speedy comes up. Snacks lands the shot. And it appears the terrorists are going to get punished for their aggression. So, Virtus.Pro will save 2 weapons. 3 weapons in actual fact, pardon me. And could drop across a Scout or a Mag 7. We could still have a decent buy. So it's going to be a Mag 7 that goes across to Pasha. Neil will have the Scout. So this is a respectable purchase in this kind of situation for VP. But we've seen them miss out on full M4 buys. So this is asking a lot. Now, the thing is that mousesports know they saved 3. They know there's a solid chance there's going to be a Mag 7 or Scout in play. And you can play around that. Pasha typically, when he has the Mag 7, he does pick it up quite often on maps like Cobblestone. We use it in drop or B platform. It's unlikely he'll use it on the A side. So they can react to that accordingly. Oh, it's getting pretty poor now. Nico with 2 frags. That leaves Snacks by himself on the site. Trying to pull off a bit of a miraculous play. There's the first one. Going to be flashing his way out, but that wall is very much spammable. And he's eating a bit of damage here and there. Second frag for Snacks. Oh, this can't be serious. You can't be serious, Snacks. He's going to pull this one off almost single-handedly. Virtus.Pro with 3 huge kills for Snacks, 2 for Bjarly. Keep themselves in this map. 10-15. Played that one perfectly. 1 false move. Snacks dies. Round probably over. Instead, Virtus.Pro will not go down. Match pause. Who called the pause? Speedy did. So I assume this is a tactical timeout. We've had a couple of technical ones today, so this would make a lot of sense being a tactical one, of course, at this kind of time. What do you reckon, guys? Do you believe VP can pull us back to overtime? Or do you think this is a done deal? It's a done deal. Rip. I'd quite like some overtime. My top 3 is SK Navi Cloud9. I wouldn't say that. I think SK and Navi definitely are up there in the top 3. Third place is between a few teams. Honestly, I'd have to think about that a little bit more. I feel like VP are top 5, could be top 3 on their day, but I'd probably place them off the top of my head like 4th. No, I was answering someone's question in chat. I'm not saying Cloud9 are in my top 3. I think Cloud9 could be in my top 3 if they continue to perform with Automatic. I think they have the potential to get up there. SK and Navi are definitely in my top 3. No doubts about that. But then the third one is a bit more, hazy. Keep in mind, guys, I'm pretty damn sick right now, so my brain's not exactly working properly. You guys are ridiculous. Dream lineup of 5 players. Man, that's so tough to call, though. I need to think about that. Mayor said Cloud9's in his top 3 confirmed. Didn't confirm that, but sure, why not? Cloud9 are on the up though. There's no doubting that. I could see C9 if they continue to perform well, and if they start to transition across like LAN performances, then I definitely think they could get up there. Who's the caster? Metis. There used to be like an exclamation point caster thing, but someone took it away. I don't know why. Rip. Rip the dream. Here we go though. Anyway, enough about predictions and top 3s and whatever else. This is the reason we're here. Virtus.Pro mousesports, and we have resumed the action. The bloodbath shall once again commence. Virtus.Pro have bounced back on this second half. It was looking so bad for them, and Taz somehow gets the upper hand onto Speedy. Had no right to get that kill. This opens up Bialy to go to town with 2 frags of his own, and Pasha is going to come in for a frag of his as well. Chris J. He's not letting this round go down just yet, but Neo will put him 6 foot under. And mousesports, after the timeout is called, are onto an eco. And VP are doing this. They're bringing this back slowly but surely. Wait, I just saw someone give them top 5. You put mousesports in your top 5 teams? I don't know about that, dude. If there's audio delayed, dudes, refresh the stream. It's not on the stream. Not on my end anyway. It's a Twitch issue, trust me. A lot of people have had the problem. You just have to refresh. Anyway, here we go. VP. Taz with a double frag. I think that second frag was actually through Chris J's head onto Nex. So, you know, bullet conservation. You've got to be eco-friendly, I guess. Environmentally friendly. Good guy, Taz. Refresh the stream. Wonder why it's only happening when this guy is streaming. Yes, mate. I have like this crazy power on Twitch that every time I stream, Twitch has issues. Because I'm that powerful, of course. Brilliant. Top quality banter. So, mousesports have a solid buy once again. The run of play has certainly been going against them this last 5 or so rounds. Virtus.Pro have been so close to collapsing. They had 4 rounds in a row where they survived with 2 players. All of them were clutches. All of them super close. But they somehow got us to 12-15 scoreline. mousesports called the pause. The round after the pause, they ended up losing. Now they find themselves with a 3-round buffer. Chris is low. Not too much grenades to play with. Minute left on the time. And we do have Nico once again prowling in drop. Dennis would have definitely heard the footsteps as he landed back in drop there. Just goes peeking. Thing is, though, they don't have much more information than that, so it's going to keep the 3 players from the counter-terrorists busy for now on the B side of the map. And Nico is still being a real nuisance. Finally goes down, and he has typically been the lurker, so that's going to give the information to Virtus.Pro, who are quickly wrapping themselves around. Speedy will connect the shot onto Taz, point blank range, but can VP get back onto the site? Is next question. There's Snacks partially through the wall. Will pick up the kill onto Dennis, but Bialy's gone down. Dollars falls on Snacks. He is going to be good for the 1 frag. 2-on-2 now with 15 seconds left. Sees Pasha and Neo. 2 veterans, and Neo comes huge with a double spray down. 15 seconds was all that VP needed. And mousesports back to the drawing board once more. VP need just 2 more rounds. And surprise, surprise, it's another close one. These are the 4 rounds I was talking about. With 2 players left. All of them super close rounds. Mousesports into upgraded pistols, effectively a throwaway round, and will connect the shot onto Nex, who goes out looking by himself. Of course, many people don't quite know. Oscar is currently benched. Apparently he's having some personal issues he had to attend to, so Nex is in for him instead. Taz, the spray, and as expected, this round will easily go on the side of Virtus.Pro. Nico has his deagle. It is Nico. I could get hyped here, but there's just no hope from getting this kill, and there we go. Virtus.Pro bring it back to a one-round deficit, and as you can see up there, the score was 15 to mousesports, and VP had themselves 9 rounds, so it was looking really poor for them. But now they're within reaching distance of overtime. This is where you're looking for a big player to step up tall. This is where you're looking for Nico. The likes of Nico to pull off some miracles. Chris J had one hell of a first half on the CT side. Of course, a very different ball game on the terrorist side. Can't quite play as static and as turrety and land those AWP frags. Of course, the dynamic of Oscar no longer being in the active roster has freed Chris J to go back to his primary AWP role. And how devastating would this be for mousesports if they were to concede this and go into overtime? Then surely the advantage goes firmly into the hands of the Poles. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We haven't got to that point just yet. Taz looking a little bit vulnerable by himself, but that flashbang is on point. And with the peak with 2 players there, he is good for 1 kill. And to back off too. Flash is going to answer back, but that doesn't hit Taz. He's on the stables, close range with his M4. Taz will the spray down. Is good for 1 kill, gets traded up. But now the rest of mousesports are starting to push their way in. 33 seconds left, but here comes the avenging frags. Another 2-1-2. And Bialy this time is the player to step up big, and surely this is away from mousesports. Speedy only has 8 health. He's trying to draw out players by faking. He may get this plant, but it's unlikely he'll get anything more from this round. And he's not. Bialy's going to put us into overtime. Virtus.Pro have done it. Somehow, some way, they come back from a 15-9 deficit to overtime. And it should be mentioned that currently they sit in 3rd place in the ESL Pro League. They have a lot of teams breathing down their necks. So this map win would be critical for Virtus.Pro. This could secure them a position for the finals. The offline LAN. So this is huge. I need me a drink, boys. Gonna watch warm up while I go AFK for a couple of minutes. The teams, I'm gonna take a little bit of a breather here, I'm sure, so I will be right back. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Just had to get myself a quick drink. Well, this game surely has provided. The first map was a bit of a blowout. I mean, I think there's quite an influx of people as they realised this map was actually a lot closer than it was looking like for a little while. mousesports picked up the first map 16-8 on Mirage, and it was honestly, it could have been a lot more one-sided than that. VP got a couple of rounds they probably shouldn't have. This map was looking like it would be more of the same, but Virtus.Pro battled back, and now mousesports must be pretty distraught with allowing VP to even get into this situation. This should have been their map a long time ago. There are plenty of opportunities. They've had 6 map points so far. We'll see if that goes up a little bit more as time goes on. Weren't even a cast of Anders. I did at Bucharest. That wasn't that long ago. Sorry, I'm just saving my voice, guys. I've got a cold, so I'm getting a bit wrecked. Easy being cheesy. I'm good, apart from cold. How are you doing? Cheers, Charles. Appreciate it. Fake metas? What? So, Nip lost against Fnatic? Is that real? Obviously, I've been casting this, so I have no idea. KOF gang. Drink water and honey. Also, Nip sucks. Cheers, mate. A bit harsh at the end there, but nice one. What's up, Spanky? Complexity vs Winterfox. Yeah, I know. I passed it on, but I guess no one's seen it, or we don't have anyone that can change the title. Kind of sucks, but there you go.
Counter-terrorists win.
Why wouldn't it be real? Yeah, Johnsy, because no one's ever trolled in Twitch chat, mate. Definitely not. It's always really legitimate in chat. I believe everything I read. Favourite Danish team? I've got a soft spot for Dignitas, because in one of my first big events that I did, which was DreamHack Leipzig earlier this year, that's where Dignitas actually performed a couple of upsets. I think they actually beat Virtus.Pro there. And Cbble was a monster. And obviously Kiabe's moved on to Astralis, but I've still got a soft spot for Dignitas. I like those guys, they're cool. Why am I crying? I'm not outwardly, but I'm on the inside. Right, here we go. Getting back into the action, into the fray between mousesports and VP. Hello, Bialy. That's a good way to start off the overtime. Don't worry, no one saw that. Just shoot it. Pretend it appeared from nowhere. How did that fire get there? So that's a fair bit of money down the toilet. Double ups in play for Virtus.Pro. There's the first one. Snacks is going to land it. And Neo has the second. Speaking of Snacks, Flashbang narrowly missing out on landing on him. Spee is going to hold his position right now. Second flash not quite detonating. In a position to force him out either, but he has spotted Speedy. Neo on the other side of the map is looking for some frags. Here comes a grenade. Neo's eating damage on the other side, and here comes Snacks. Aggressive push with the AWP. You don't really expect it from a T's perspective, especially when they heard it ring out from long before. And Snacks picked up the first kill of the round, but now Bialy is going to be coming in. Down goes the next player. Next contestant is Pasha. Nico trying to play some mind games. Will be lurking in the shadows as he picks up that frag, and now it's all down to Neo, who's on the B side all by his lonesome. Virtus.Pro had the great start. They had Snacks picking up frags, but now Neo has to trade across to the M4. Doesn't have much HP to play with. He's going to be charging through his smoke. Surely not. Yo. There we go. Nico puts him down. I was going to say, if he clutched that round, there would have been something deeply wrong with the world. But instead, mousesports will take it. There's no delay, you scrubs. Refresh the stream. Everything will be okay. It's going to be okay. We'll get through this together, boys. Just refresh the stream. I promise you we'll fix it. This time Snacks actually goes aggressively through mid, but there was smoke in his face, so he's going to have to relocate. This means that Dennis can get up a bit of real estate, so Snacks goes for the peek. He could very well be a dead man. I don't expect Snacks to go for an aggressive peek now. He's missed out on his opportunity. Chris Shea needs a bit of nade damage. Pasha's up on the stairs. There's going to be a boost though. Chris J is looking, but he's been spotted. Pasha's definitely seen his head. And will convert that into the frag. And of course they know that Chris J wasn't wearing stilts. So no second play is there. It's too easy now for Virtus.Pro. Just when you think maybe mousesports have a stranglehold back on the map again. VP deliver. Dennis switching weapons will be punished with a headshot. Pasha. Easy kill for him. Bomb out in the open. And this round has very easily gone away from mousesports. In actual fact, VP currently have not lost a single point of health. And of course, as I say that, Speedy gets a sprayed onto Bialy, but still it remains Pasha's 4K. Gets VP to a very easy round, 16-16. I don't know what it is, boys. I don't know what to tell you. It's not on my end. I can promise you that much. The refresh works for like pretty much everybody. If it doesn't for you, then I don't know what to say. Ooh, Pasha nearly gets 2 for 1. That wasn't too far off, but then lands the second one. They line up for him again, but it's going to be on Nico now to try and fend off the wraparound. Neo in the meanwhile is playing possum in the smoke. Goes for pop flash. And coming out that one, he gets flashed just as bad though. But Nex, he's going to be picked off, leaving it onto another 2-on-2. Who would have thought it between these two teams? Pasha, all that remains. He's been playing pretty solidly these last few rounds, but it's going to be on Chris J to wrap around and land the AK frag. 17-16, of course 19 the magic number on this overtime, and mousesports are one step closer than VP. And they now move through onto their CT sides. Silver flash. It worked out though, didn't it? At least once they kill him next before Chris Shea stuck it in. I was trying to find a non-weird way of saying that, but it's like 10:30 and I'm tired. Deal with it. Right, so we had double AWPs in play when VP were rocking out on the CT side, but mousesports happier with the more assault rifle centric approach. Be going for the boost. Bialy with a headshot. It's a position that mousesports have used quite a few times in regulation. Bialy checking that instantly, and it is one of the star players, one of the integral parts of the mousesports machine that has been decommissioned. Nico playing no further part of this round. And the VP desperately need. Taz with the second frag, going to be coming round the corner onto Dennis. Looking good for Virtus.Pro now, 4-on-2 advantage. Speedy was in the right position to get the cross, but that smoke will pretty much fend him off for now. Pushing through there, Speedy nearly gets the upper hand onto Snacks. I believe ate a couple of shots from the backside there as well from his teammates. But now, Nex, the man in for Oscar, with a 1-4 ahead of him. First kill has gone his way. Snacks is low. But the positions for Virtus.Pro are pretty solid. Nice kill. Retains most of his health too, so it's quite a clean kill at that. He's going to be continuing to go in for the jugular. Mollying onto the site. No one's home just yet for VP. Next decides, okay, there's not enough time on the bomb. I'm going to just go back away. Save this AK. 47 and Snacks gets him through the wall. Get wrecked. No AK for you next. 17-17. VP back to equality once more. Are we poised in position for second overtime? Next. Lining up the nade that could do some serious damage, and Neo is dropped to 69. I'm sure there's going to be some cappers in chat. Will go down anyway. Taz and Pasha both with frags of their own. Speedy, meanwhile, with the M4 is doing so much work with it. And there's Dennis as well. mousesports looking good. Taz with the spray finally gets his man, but there's just too many players to find off against. So now mousesports will have their 7th map point. Can they finally convert? Seeing Chris J, who is doing so much work on the CT side for mousesports with the AWP on long sides. He's going to be joined by Dennis. We've seen him in this position before. Yielded him a couple of frags. Very slow round from both teams. The slowest that we've actually seen. Even in regulation, most of the rounds were faster than this. But you can understand why. This is mousesports' chance to just outright take the 2-0 for this series. Virtus.Pro, as I mentioned before, currently in 3rd place, but have played the bulk of their EPL matches for this season. With some teams like mousesports in particular have so many games in hand. This is such a huge game. Speedy though, he's going to put them one step closer to this victory. Dennis is going to put them another step. Can Neo do something huge? He's missed out on his first opportunity. The flashes are landing here, there and everywhere. He can't see a single thing. Gets the spray through the smoke partially. Oh, Snacks lands the shot. Was that through the smoke? I don't even know, but Neo comes in with a kill. What is happening? It's madness here on Cobblestone. Neo with another one, and he's going to finish off the round. VP look dead and buried once again, but somehow resurface and somehow take us to second overtime. What the actual hell did I just witness? All hell broke loose, and Virtus.Pro are left standing. mousesports must be wondering what the hell they have to do to finally put VP down for good. Here we go again. You can scrap regulation. You can scrap the first overtime. None of it matters anymore. It's all down to this next overtime. Now the magic number is 22. Alright, here we go, ladies and gents. Back in again. The Binzy needs a hug. I'm going to give him a hug, bro. Full-on formation, just Chris J by himself. So heavy stack on B side for mousesports. Oh, this call could be perfect. Look at where VP are currently residing. This bulk of their aggression is also on the B side. Pop flash in. Allow Snacks to go for that quick peek. Realizing that no one's home. And Snacks is out first alongside Taz. Just caught a glimpse as Snacks converts that. I was about to say, did Taz get in his way? It looked as though Snacks had that lined up, but Taz was stood in his way. Still somehow pulled that off. Dennis surely can see Snacks through the smoke. The awkward play going the way of mousesports. But can they convert from here? Next is on the spray with a double. And here comes Dennis. VP again starting losing ways. A triple kill for Dennis. 2 for Next. Full house of frags. mousesports draw first blood in the second overtime. That first pick, it was looking so good. But then Taz went out by himself through the smoke and got picked off. And that may have been the determining factor. Again, though, this is going over old grounds. We've seen VP trail. We've seen them bounce back. They are one of the most tenacious teams in the entirety of Counter-Strike. We saw this at ESL New York as well. Down, but never out. Speedy going for some opportunistic spray through the doors. Not really landing a great deal on either team. In fact, no bullets have landed. Everyone on 100% of their health still. But not through lack of trying. We've seen this boost, but it's been sporadic. Dennis has only been here one time in regulation, so I'm not sure VP would necessarily check this. And they've got a beautiful crossfire down with Chris J watching from danger doors as well. This is a great setup, I've got to say. And now this smoke allows Dennis a little bit more freedom to just sit in here and wait. Look at this. Taz is pushing up through mid. Chris J gets nailed while Taz is flashbanged. But this is all a fake. It's a trap. mousesports, are they going to fall for it? Taz is making a lot of noise right now. Nico, in the meanwhile, is going to be holding on the smoke, waiting for the terrorists to push in. I'm actually going to keep with Nico because he is the big play here. There's the first kill going his way. He gets flashed out in retaliation, but this flash is about to clear. His eyes are all clear once again. And again, VP are just making these frags count. Bjarly's out by himself. He has the bomb, but only 12 seconds to play with. He's going to smoke and try and make something happen, but Speedy spins around, puts him down. And mousesports have a 2-round lead once again. Only 2 shy of taking this map. Virtus.Pro, look at their economy. It's busted. They're going to have pistols with a couple of AKs here. Three AKs and 2 pistols, both of them being Tech 9s. Quick look at the scoreboard here. You can see still pretty even across mousesports. A lot more uneven with Snacks on 34 frags for Virtus.Pro. Rip Molotov. Neo throwing incendiary into its demise. 61 health left for Dennis as he eats a little bit up through the doors. Pasha's also 8 damage in the meanwhile. And VP desperately need this round. This would at least give them something to work with in that second half of overtime. Snacks, meanwhile, will be backing away. The incendiary keeping him there for now. That smoke doesn't really do anything to Snacks, honestly. Bounce off the box. Can still peek out a window if he so chooses. And now VP looking to turn the screws onto the CT. Pasha is going to get the first pick. Here comes Taz with 2 beautiful entry frags, leaving Mouse with only 2 players left. Chris J and his AWP have some work to do. Through he comes, misses opportunity, and eats a bit of damage in return. Not a worthwhile investment or endeavour. And now he finds himself in a 1-on-2. He has picked off Bjarly. But bomb is planted. He does have a smoke as well, so maybe there's an avenue back into this round if he can get this next pick. But it's not going to happen. Virtus.Pro will take a round. The final round of the half, the second overtime. And I'll just trail by 1 again. That could prove to be huge. The game that never ends. What do you reckon, guys? The Mouse have this or the VP? I'm curious on your thoughts. The game that never ends. Nice. Not quite what I said, but I'll take it. VP? That's a lot of VPs. Okay, Mouse coming back. Damn, this is like 50-50 from what I'm seeing of chat. It goes in like waves. Then you know the classic random Kenny S is my mum comment. Brilliant. Why not? Makes perfect sense, of course. mousesports on the T side now. 1 round lead. 22, remember, is the number that both teams are fighting for. If it ends 21 apiece, we will be going into 3rd overtime. And again, it's going to be Snacks who's playing aggro. We saw him playing aggro on long. Now mid. Bomb in the hands of Chris J. Way back towards the statue. See Snacks and delivers the fatal blow. The AWP shot will ring out. Eviscerating Snacks out of the round. And it's going to be a heavy contest out on connector. Bjarly with 2 frags on window by himself down to 16. But just the start the Virtus.Pro were hoping for, especially after Snacks fell. Taz has brought himself up a little bit more time with that incendiary and the flash as well, but he needs some backup. He's going to be walking out into a firing squad. Not quite paying off for him, but mousesports have both Nex and Dennis who are wounded. But look at this. Neo's the man. He can hear the footsteps. He definitely just heard the pitter-patter of footsteps. If he plays this correctly, he's going to have himself a hat full of frags. Oh, Chris J nails him! Neo gets dumpstered. That could have been the play. Neo could have had 2 or 3 kills easily and just outright won the round for Virtus.Pro. Instead, Chris J bends him over. It's going to be a fake. Dennis is faking this by himself. He's making movements. Pasha can hear that. It's going to get the frag onto Dennis. But now this is the main point of the round. Bjarly on 10 health could resurrect the hopes and dreams of Virtus.Pro in this round. And it's not going to happen. Pasha's the next up to the plate. 1 and 2 is still the target that's been put up against him. There's the first frag, looking for the second one. Chris J at the back of the site with the AWP. Chris J's lightning fast with his reaction speed, but that flashbang's going to land right in his eyes. Pasha, you saw him! You see, right, what was that? Was that a resolution issue? Mate, Papa Biceps. Oh, what a way to lose the round. Rip in pepperonis. Pasha and VP now have to win the next 2 rounds to take us to overtime. Pasha will land the shot anyway. Going to try and make amends for that previous round. That got a bit sketchy for a second. Looked like Pasha may have actually team killed Neo. Indeed, he did land the shot onto him, but he's going to town. Pasha with 4, looking for the ace. Taz takes it away. Pasha, that's one hell of a way to make up for that last round. You may have been feeling a bit hard done by, but a quick 4K. Yes, please. Pause called. Chris J did have a DC. What the hell's going on here? 2 players have left, both Chris and Speedy. Back in Speedy, waiting for Chris J. We'll be getting this underway again. There's Chris. Toggle confirmed, Kappa. This will be spinning around landing headshots. So, what's mousesports economy like? They can buy, no problems here. They haven't invested too many AWPs. They've been getting kills. They've been getting their economy ticking through. So they're good to go. No issues here. We're not going to see a similar position where Virtus.Pro on their last T round were forced into pistols and AKs. Very, very slow passive from mousesports again. Chris J, we saw an identical play to this just a couple rounds prior. Didn't pay off for them then. I doubt it will this time, especially considering that Taz is now playing on the long sides up on the hay bales. A position we haven't actually seen from Virtus.Pro. I think going back, it may have been the first couple of rounds we saw them do this on their CT side. But that's going back a long, long time ago now. As we're on to the 42nd round. Taz is about to eat. A flashbang actually doesn't land on him, and he will get the better of Dennis as a result. Chris J, though, answers back. But, of course, they're going to see it was Snacks, not Taz. So, you know, a second player is on long. Neo's going to move in to try and supplement that long defense. In the meanwhile, Bjarly's put down the hammer elsewhere on the map. The flashes and the smokes are connecting, and Bjarly's going to be on the other side of the smoke to Nex, while Speedy comes in from behind. Meanwhile, Chris J has made a move into drop. Trying to land the frag into... Oh dear. That peeking timing, though, was really rough. And Pasha gets the burn frag. Chris peeks out into his own flashbang. Why the hell not? Neo should secure this last frag. And that should be all she wrote for overtime 2. We should be heading into overtime 3. Unless Speedy can pull off the most ridiculous clutch that we've seen this game. Surely not. VP, you can't lose this round. And Taz will get the burn frag onto Speedy with about 7 seconds left. So that was a lot closer than it should have been. But Virtus.Pro again have dodged yet another match point. I think we're on to like 9 or 10 at this point that VP have saved. Pretty much the turds that won't flush. That's what VP is right now. How many 1Gs did we have in that last round? Like 2 or 3, I think? I told you before, guys, I said I'm like a magnet for overtimes when I solo cast. And of course, we're going to get into like triple overtime. Alright. Here we go again. It's feeling a bit like Groundhog Day. It is a joke, guys. Chill. I'm not saying VP are bad. Far from it. They're a sick team. They are sick. They go for the double up setup again, which they did a few rounds prior. But actually, that time it was Neo and Snacks that went for it. This time, Pasha's got it for himself. So let's see. Pasha's on B. And Snacks is running his up on long. I was going to switch across to him, but seeing this aggression coming to fruition from the terrorists, I'm going to stick right here with Bjarly. He didn't get one, but Pasha will get the next frag. And Pasha's been a god on this site with the AWP. He's continuing to land the kills where it counts. It's a 2-on-2, however. And Chris J, his AWP should get the best of Pasha, and indeed it will. And now Snacks, he actually has eyes on the bomb. So how's he going to play this? Is he going to outright just peek the bomb? Going to try and play some mind games and flashes. It looks like for now he's going to play turret mode. Mousesports aren't budging an inch. Look at this. You'd think, if you're new to Counter-Strike, it was the other way around. You'd think that Snacks was on the aggression, that he had to pick the bomb up and plant. But Mousesports giving nothing away. You can see Snacks turning a little bit there. Maybe assuming you could hear the flashbang coming in. Chris J. That's a well-timed flashbang by Nex. And there's the frag. Chris J pulls it off. It was looking bad for Mousesports after Pasha went ham on the site to start the round off. But VP, with such a heavy commitment into that round with 2 ups and losing, puts them in a dire position, honestly, if they lose this round. You can already see that Pasha's down to 3.9k alongside Snacks. Very little money to play with if they were to lose this round in overtime. And so this is a must-win for VP. The bulk of their rounds has been on the CT side in overtime. Snacks landing the leg shot. Nico down to 16. Again, it's going to be a very fast push. We've seen Snacks clutch from these positions before. Earlier today in regulation, he got one very close to no-scoping. So close yet so far. Now Bjarly is next up. Another 2-on-2. How many 2-on-2s have we had today between these two teams on Cobblestone? This must be at least the 10th time. It's been unreal the amount of close rounds that we've had. Pasha's making a move from behind. Speedy is watching it close angle on Stables, and it will get the better of Pasha. Bjarly now catches the shoulder peeking out, but also catches the flash square to the face. The molly just behind him. Jumping up sees Chris J, but Chris J puts him down. And mousesports now, this is one of the best positions we've seen them in. Not only do they have the 2-round lead, but as I highlighted before, VP have very little to use in terms of their funds. They've got pistols and not much else. Bjarly could get maybe a Max 7, but instead decides to go for the CZ and armor. This could be the beginning of the end for Virtus.Pro. If they go 0-3 behind in this overtime on their CT side, it's hard to see them picking up 3 T rounds. So, let's see how this one's going to play off, shall we? Of course, now 26, if I've worked that out correctly, is the magic number. No, 25, pardon me, is the magic number now. Nice shot, Bjarly with a CZ. That's what VP were looking for. And Snacks is in a position to actually wrap himself around the back of the terrorist, but how long is he going to get a chance to do this for? If the rest of his team can survive long enough, Chris J just no-scopes him from point-blank range. And is looking for the next one, and Bjarly's next player to fall. Chris J is just on fire. He is not stopping for anybody. Freed up to use the AWP again now that Oscar's not on the active roster, and he is performing so very well with it. Taz, last remaining VP member. CZ's in hands. Maronis, he is a dead man. mousesports 1 round shy of taking this. Yeah, dudes, I'm tired. I've got a cold. Give me a break. I can't add. Rip and peace. I can't add, I know. EU maths confirmed. But indeed, it will be 25 rounds required. mousesports just 1 shy. So VP, the task is fairly simple. In theory, very hard in practice. Win the next 3 rounds or lose this match. Do you accept the mission, Virtus.Pro? Are you going to pull this off? This would be pretty ridiculous. This is the best chance mousesports have had since regulation, honestly, to get this done. Going for a different strategic play now, mousesports, with a triple stack over on the A side, double crossfire in mid, which is by and large gone unchecked. Virtus.Pro do get the frag, but due to the flash and the smoke that went over into danger, it afforded them a chance to actually push through. Taz is just going solo kill mode right now. Another one goes to his hands. It's another 2-on-2, but Taz should be able to get this bomb planted, knowing that that side Snacks just pushed through on is clear. So bomb will go down in a 2-on-2. Molly up onto balcony, and Snacks holding the close angle, goes for the spray down after the flashbang. The flash definitely telegraphing the push was imminent, and Snacks will put it down with authority, leaving Nico 1-on-2. Dude is crazy good, but the fact he doesn't know where the players are makes this such a difficult task. He now knows that Snacks is around mid. It's pretty obvious that Taz would be around the site itself, but Snacks maybe not even going to allow him to do that, lands the headshot. But Taz deserves to take a bow for that round. His entry frags, his aggression through mid is what ultimately got VP to the dance in the first place, and a chance to get that bomb planted. From there on in, it was up to Snacks to deliver. And deliver he did. 46 frags to Chris J, top fragging in this overtime. What are we in now? Triple overtime? I've honestly lost count, boys. I'm basically brain dead at this stage. 40 frags for Taz. There's Chris J with his AWP. This is a very tight position, though. He gets 2 kills from there. That's absolutely nuts, but Neo's going to come back with frags of his own. This is an important kill, though, onto Nico, who's been dropped to 11 health. Nico is so low, so close to death. A stray bullet will end his life. Or a stray grenade, that works too. The shrapnel embedded deep in Nico's back. That's enough to silence him. 2 AWPs now playing for VP. As is dead and buried. Next is very low. Again, it's going to be this A site push. And Next still thinks that this could be B. And that's going to leave Speedy in such a bad position. Both players are so low. How does Speedy land that shot? He still lands the frag somehow, some way. Now Snacks has the terrifying job of trying to clutch this one. Unknown to him, if he had his P250 out, he'd actually have such a better chance of clutching this. But the first frag goes his way in this 2-on-1. As Next will go down. AK-47 picked up. Snacks runs away, trying to sell the rotation. Is Speedy going to bite onto this? Yes, he is, but Speedy's going around the side of long. Does Snacks realise this? Speedy's going to look into doors. This could be a heartbreak for Virtus.Pro. If Speedy just peered around, it would have been all over. But instead, Snacks manages to scamper away and live to fight another day. No, Snacks not here. Speedy's about to peek you. Can Snacks get this bomb planted? Yes, he can. And now Snacks is coming round the corner and clutches. There were so many moments. I felt like a 12-year-old kid again. Hiding behind the sofa, watching a horror movie, crapping my pants. But VP clutch it somehow, some way. And again, we're into a position where mousesports have pistols. And VP could take us into another overtime. Sweet Jesus, this game. Mousesports are going to be devastated if they can't take this map right here, right now. That would be 3 rounds in a row on their CT side that they were unable to finish off Virtus.Pro. Are they about to break the hearts of Virtus.Pro, though? In 4 Deagles and a CZ. It's the kind of weaponry that can work in this kind of situation. We've seen it happen time and time again. But in the 48th round, is this the moment? Next has the Deagle in hand, and Bjarly just absolutely rails him. Nico's the next player. He's going to fall down, and it's looking good for yet another overtime. Virtus.Pro. The tenacity these guys have is absolutely unparalleled. VP take us into yet another overtime. I've lost count. I think it's the 4th. I honestly don't know at this stage. I don't even know my own name. But what I do know is that we're all even. And we're going to be going into another overtime. Mousesports must be sick of their lives. I'm going to get myself a drink because my voice is getting wrecked. Be right back. Okay, I'll say it again now we're in a bit of downtime. The issues that you have with the sync, the delay in sound, are on Twitch. Refresh the stream, it'll fix the issues. Loads of people had the problems, that's been the fix for a lot of people. If that doesn't help you, I don't know what to say. The delay's not on my end. That's all I know for guaranteed certainty. Who's the caster I met this? If you don't like the casting, sorry dudes. I'm sorry the casting, I'm sick. I didn't expect it to go into like quadruple overtime. It did fix it, indeed. For most people, it does fix the problem. So if you can pass that round, that would be awesome. Mike muted. Great banter. It truly is. Top quality banter. You'll refresh my face? That sounds quite nice, actually. I feel like my face could do with a refresh. It's looking a bit aged these days. Got a bit of dried skin. I'll take it. Oh, guys. What a match this has been. I thought, like, when I casted at Bucharest, I actually casted with Anders. And we had, I think it was 5 or 6 overtimes that we casted together. And that game was insane. I was like, okay, I probably will never get to cast a game that's that long again. It turns out I was wrong, of course. Completely wrong. Except for this time I was solo casting, so it's a little bit more taxing. But I had Anders to carry me last time. Anywho, that's enough about casting and other matches. We are here, of course, to watch VP square off against mousesports, which has gone to 24 apiece. We've effectively played enough rounds right now to have gone the distance in 1 and a bit maps. It has been absolutely nuts. We're moving on to 2 maps shortly if we have more overtimes. It's been pretty mad. So, Virtus.Pro, once again, we'll be looking to force out through platform, but Nico consistently using the smoke to hide behind, flashing his way out. Cbble with his AWP has just been so in command of this. The second frag as well. He's not slowing down anytime soon. And he's been a linchpin of mousesports, honestly. And a third frag, why the hell not? Looking for a fourth. Bjarly will silence him, but Dennis will retort in kind. And Cbble single-handedly delivering this round to mousesports first class. Taz may have other ideas. He has 50 seconds. One of the, I guess, the positive signs of Cbble just wrecking your entire squad in the blink of an eye is that you have a bit of time to play with after the dust is settled. But Dennis is going to kick it back up in Taz's face, and that's mousesports taking the lead once again. And this is also why, with Oscar kind of being benched, Cbble maybe has a couple of points to prove here, you know? This could be his moment to tap everyone on the shoulder and say, guys, I'm a pretty sick AWPer, by the way. Oscar took that away from me in terms of being the primary AWPer. I can do my fair share of AWPing too. Here comes a push. Snacks for the P90. 50 bullets of doom and misery will find its way onto unsuspecting counter-terrorists. Only a flash to play with, but VP have the player advantage, and Snacks is going to get the bomb planted right here, right now. Dennis, Chris, Speedy all have the horrible task of retaking this site with 4 angry terrorists to face off against them. They can now scratch Cbble off that list. He has been put into the sin bin for now. Dennis and Speedy. Make that just Dennis from drop. Has spotted Bjarly, converts that into the kill. Should get a second. No, Snacks just narrowly escapes out with his life on 5 health. And the P90 gets traded to an M4. VP will keep themselves neck and neck with mousesports. You know, we were questioning VP as well. We were saying, like, how is the travel going to affect them? They just got done with ESL New York. They just got done with 2 best of 3s in the same night, playing until God knows what time. Then fly back to Europe. How's it going to affect them? Well, I guess our answers have been forthright here. They're okay. They're okay right now. Nico isn't okay. He's dead. 39 health turns into 0, and Neo actually spraying through the smoke catches a couple of bullets onto Nex, who is so close to death. On 3 now, but still lands the headshot from the rock. Cbble, in the meanwhile, is there as well to give him some support fire. Once again, though, the terrorists are doing the work. Taz is by himself with the bomb, though. The fake actually turns out to be the bulk of the aggression, but Dennis gets sprayed down. And Virtus.Pro, for the first time in quite some time, maybe the first time ever on this map between these 2 teams tonight, take the lead at halftime or overtime. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm sure a lot of people correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like this could be one of the first times we've seen them go into the halftime in the lead. Now it's Mouse's turn to come back. 53 kills to Cbble. Top by a considerable margin. Top by actually 10 kills. Taz is the closest. Not often you say Taz is top fragging for Virtus.Pro, but he's been performing very well. That being said, no one's really lagging behind. Only 13 kill difference between top and bottom of the scoreboard there. 23 difference on Mouse. But that's mainly just due to how fantastic Chris has been in this series. And again, Virtus.Pro not being deterred from the previous couple of times when they've gone for a double up setup on their CT side of overtime, which is a very heavy investment with 10k starting money. Go for it again. And this has put them into pistols. It's put them into a really shocking buys. But they're sticking with it. And there's Pasha up on top of the box. Will best Nico. And just like that, the light is turned off on this B push. It may be re-engaged though if mousesports fancy it. They have a lot of time to play with. None of the counter-terrorists have pushed their way through into drop or through platform side. So as far as they're concerned, there's still a bunch of terrorists waiting outside of drop. And they have to react accordingly. So for the time being, Neo and Bialy will stay put. Taz, Snacks, and Pasha, who's playing more of a sweeper role with his AWP on doors at the moment, will stay there too. Snacks sees the arm and the shoulder peeking through from Chris J and will jump on top of that. 40 seconds left. Mouse with a 2-player deficit. Have to try and make a move. Taz has spotted himself Dennis and will convert that into the frag for a second one. There we go. Next is the next player to fall. Speedy comes back with a pretty tasty one-tap onto Pasha, I think that was, and nearly transferred his spray to Bialy, but the damage was already inflicted. mousesports now in a position where they're just trying desperately to hold on. Magic number now, I believe, is 29. But we've already established that I am trash at maths when it's this late. So I could be completely wrong. I'm pretty sure it's 29 though. This marathon of a match, seemingly unrelenting. This, the 54th round, 53rd, pardon me, 53rd round. So we've nearly played enough rounds for 2 whole maps, just as one. No early casualties of war, although Snacks is a little wounded from the exchange of gunfire, down to 25 health. So 3/4 left remaining for him. Taz and the man in question do have a crossfire down on long. Again, pretty standard setup for VP, nothing out of the ordinary. We've seen this time and time again. This time it will be Bialy that's watching from the door, not Pasha, who had the AWP there last time. Instead, he's going to be watching up the B platform. And the only reason he moved last time is because he did get the opening pick onto Nico, so he felt comfortable enough to quickly wrap himself round. Here come the nades, telegraphing the push, and with 30 seconds, Mouse have to push the button. They have to go for this one, and it could be a complete massacre because Taz is still waiting there. The first 2 kills do go the way of mousesports, however. That Molotov as well will stop any CTs from getting their way up the back of the site and allow Speedy to get this bomb planted. Pasha, though, is going to do some serious work with the open line themselves to frag, and Speedy pulls out the Molotov, and it gets himself killed. It's Nico and Chris J, the 2 top performers for their team so far today. But Chris J's been silenced, and so on Nico, he gets picked off as well, and VP are 1 step closer to taking this series. It's now on mousesports to show how tenacious they are. They'll have to pick up 3 rounds back to back as they go through onto the CT side. Or it's just over. RIP. It's GG, boys. I can't count. FML. VP have won. VP have actually won that series. I'm done. I need to go sleep, boys. I'm wrecked. Sick. I told you I can't maths at this time of night, boys, especially when I'm this wrecked and this tired. VP have won the game. I apologise for how trash I am at counting.